You were actually correct, but I need to expound. So let's talk about chromosomal sex at conception, because you're right. People don't actually know that as soon as the sperm and the egg come together, they have the sex determined. It's just, how are we supposed to figure that out? And is it always that simple? Just for anyone wondering, conception is not hole in the hole. Conception is absolutely when the sperm and the egg meet, fertilize, become a zygote, one single cell. The egg always carries an X chromosome, and sperm can either carry an X or a Y. So when they intertwine together and they fertilize and become one single cell, they're gonna have XX or XY. The blueprint is technically set right then, but biology doesn't stop there. It's just getting started. Immediately after fertilization, the zygote contains a full set of DNA, including the sex chromosomes. But at this point, it's just a one single cell. There's no visible differentiation yet. No gonads, no external traits. Okay, so about testing for sex during pregnancy. That is where things do get tricky. We can't actually test DNA at conception. And the reason is because the DNA has not started to release into the parent's bloodstream yet. Now that doesn't happen until placenta is formed, and that's at about 10 weeks. So for others that don't know, we call it cell-free fetal DNA, which is CFF DNA. We can do this test in what's called an NIPT, or a non-invasive prenatal test. And that is by testing the mom's blood. Yes, we can determine sex by doing that. But even then, the test isn't scanning the entire genome for like male or female, right? It's just looking for the presence of a Y. That's it. If there's no Y, it defaults to female. So we have to talk about development, because this is where people really get messed up. So those 6 weeks that we're all a zygote, if there is a Y chromosome present, we have a specific gene called the SRY kicks in. And what that does is it actually sends signals for the gonads to turn into testes. But if there's not a Y chromosome, then those gonads default into ovaries. I said default. So technically, yes, we do have our sex chromosomes at conception. The amount of times that the levels of that fragmented DNA were not in the parent's blood enough, so they just assumed. And that's that, because most parents just can't or don't want to spend $1,000 to $3,000 extra dollars on a test that doesn't really mean what we think it means. If y'all love this video, if you want to see more, let me know in the comments. I'd love a like. Please follow, engage from the bottom up, all of that stuff. And as always, stay rare.